entertainment for so many people, but this is my real life here. Like, I just wake up and here we go, another kid I met for 2 hours. Made it a literal lie. He's best friends with Jackie. I would never say one thing ever, even as a joke, with someone like that, ever. And I'm sitting here, and Gabriel Zamora, everyone is like, girl, just be quiet. He wants the attention. But it's gaining a little bit of attention, and I feel like I just need to put out a few screenshots and keep my life moving because I'm tired of just sitting here and taking the abuse. It's like, I don't understand.
Here is hypocrisy at its finest. Listen to a glimpse of what I've been dealing with behind closed doors from Thomas. Imagine continuously trying to mention my ex-friends for personal gain. Disgusting.
And like, honestly, all I was doing was trying to gain his trust so I could come over and do like some evil shit that he does to everyone else, and like, just so he knows what the it feels like. And I don't know. I know I was playing with fire, and I knew I ran my mouth too much, and like, you know, I did tell him that like I saw you and all that stuff, and like, obviously that was none of his business, but I wanted him to feel like he could trust me so I could get in there, get information, and I can take that information, tell you that information. So I don't know, in my mind I was doing the right thing, but also I know that I was just being an idiot, and that's why I stopped and I'm not talking to him anymore. But I also just know that like, he's f***ing awful, and I wish I could say so much, but I don't want to be put into it, and then Here for the Tea tries to bring me down because she is so far up his f***ing ass. Like, I just don't know, because like, I don't know if I could bounce back from like, I don't know. This is not your stress. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling. I won't say anything. I just wanted to get your permission first. I just wanted to run it by you first, so you're not like dumbfounded when I like sit up there and talk about any of that stuff. I want to sit there and do a live stream talking about the time that I went to your house and all that stuff. I don't know. Maybe I should just wait. I don't know.
What's going on, everyone? It's Rich Lux, and today's video, girl, you won't believe the drama. Okay, we got some major tea to talk about, and it's really getting out of hand. So much so that I had a conversation with Jeffree Star recently, and I'm gonna show you the proof. I have receipts. This is nothing shady, nothing under the table or anything like that. This is just open and honest. I'm gonna play you a receipt that Jeffree Star sent me, and I feel I feel worried because the tone of his voice really disturbed me, and I feel like it's going a bit too far. So this is gonna be an exclusive receipt, and if anyone out there who wants to use this receipt, feel free to use it. Hopefully you give me credit. In the receipt, he says my name is directed to me. Here we go.
Rich, I know this is entertainment for so many people, but this is my real life here. Like, I just wake up and here we go, another kid I met for 2 hours. Made it a literal lie. He's best friends with Jackie. I would never say one thing ever, even as a joke, with someone like that, ever. And I'm sitting here, and Gabriel Zamora, everyone is like, girl, just be quiet. He wants the attention. But it's gaining a little bit of attention, and I feel like I just need to put out a few screenshots and keep my life moving because I'm tired of just sitting here and taking the abuse. It's like, I don't understand.
So when he said it was like affecting him, that's what really kind of like drew the line for me. If your intent, not like just people, if your intent is to tear somebody down, make them feel lesser than, I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of somebody going through mental health issues or being torn down in that way. And I feel bad. Like, I feel really bad about the situation. And I have my views and opinions, right? So Jeffree Star, if you don't know, there has been a new influx. I feel like this is 2016 all over again. There have been people again trying to take Jeffree Star down and prove that he's something that he is not, right? So today Jeffree Star has decided to stand up for himself and fight back. I believe he's just had enough, right? So here's what the messages say. Here we go. Hard work and being authentic gets you real long-term success. Making up lies to gain followers and attention lasts about 60 seconds. Okay, that first tweet is true because it's easy to throw up salacious headlines and you get like a lot of views, you get like a lot of clicks, but then the next day people just forget about it again. Right? But if it's something that's real and true, it'll last a long time. So the next tweet went like this. Do you guys just want me to sit here and take more mental abuse and lies from people, or can I defend myself now? So when he said mental abuse, that I've been through that before, and it's not a healthy place to be in your mind. Dear Thomas Beauty, he adds Thomas Beauty. I'm confused by watching your new video. You smartly don't mention my name because lies and defamation of character is illegal, and I know you are afraid of the consequences, but you insinuated my name, so I'm going to respond. Let me set up the real story for everyone. Thomas, aka the fakest woke attention-seeking person on the planet, Halbert, came over to my house over a month ago. The purpose of the meeting was to fix all our beef and put our past issues behind us. I welcome him into my home. Okay, that was pretty cool. I feel like he didn't have to entertain anybody, but the fact that he wanted Thomas to come over and squash the beef and talk it out, I felt it was good. Like, I feel like that's like a new leaf. Like, let's squash it. Let's try to move forward from it. So, like I said, I wasn't there in the room or anything like that. I'm just reading you the tweets. Here we go. We walked through all of our problems and said to each other the squashed all our personal beef. We touched on certain subjects. He asked me to candid questions about things I had in the past, racism, my ex-friends, etc. I answered every question truthfully. He continued to try to talk about drama and my ex-friends, and I had no idea at the time that he was texting Manny and Laura while sitting on my couch. That can be 100% confirmed by Gabriel Zamora. And when I learned about the betrayal weeks later, I immediately confronted him. Okay, I've met people and I've been in the room with people where I'm talking to somebody and then there's other people over there like texting and stuff. You're like, what? Like, what's going on? But it's almost like a sense of like, well, it's different. Like I have been in interviews with people where I'm trying to get a job, and I'm talking to the boss, and the secretary's over there like typing stuff down on her phone, and I'm like, she's like reading me, right? So that's kind of weird. So imagine Jeffrey letting somebody into his home, and that person is sitting down, and you're talking to that person, and that you're in your own home. You're in your own home, you invite a guest, and then the guest is like tweeting people about what's going on right that moment, people that you're not even really cool with at that moment. So that was kind of like iffy. And then I was like, well, is that true? And then he said Gabriel Zamora can confirm it. And I think that was a little bit shady in a way. So it's like, we're here to squash beef. And I don't know, here we go. Here are parts of my text messages with Thomas when I confront him that are important. Here's part 1, I'm in the blue, of course. So Jeffree Star is in the blue. Jeffrey says, why is everyone trying to come at me? She's insane. And then Thomas said, I promise you, Jeffrey, on my effing life, I'm not out to get you and actually care about you. I put that on my mother. Jeffrey says, it must be so sad for Manny and Sam to talk about me 24/7. It's actually disturbing. I'm sad you used what I told you for a personal gain and to hurt him, but what is done is already done. I don't know why you impulse things, but I know now I can't fully be myself and even around you, which really hurts. I thought we were starting a new friendship. I don't know why I don't know why they're all out to get me, but it must be exhausting seeing me continuously just being myself and succeed. And then Thomas said, I know I effed up. My feelings were so hurt when I found out he tried to ruin my career, man. See, a lot of this I'm confused about. This thing about Sam, I'm confused about. I don't know any of that. I don't know this thing about he trying to ruin my career. Like, I'm kind of lost, what's going on, right? Like, someone I used to worship hating me for no reason. I wanted him to feel that too. So immature of me, and I totally accept responsibility. And so I'm sorry I ruined a friendship trust between us. By the way, I did say on live stream, Periscope, that I'm doing merch with Killer Merch, hopefully one day, and I had a meeting with you. That's all I said on that though. Only other people that knows I was with you is my boyfriend and my mom. I understand why you did it, because he is the devil. Gabriel finally figured that out. Okay, and then Thomas said, my psychic said the same thing, LOL. Thomas also said, I want to talk about Manny and expose everything. You see, I don't know the context of that. If Thomas said, I want to talk about Manny and expose everything, a lot of you guys think like I know all the tea, I'm in. I don't. A lot of it, like I know a little bit, but this stuff right here, I don't understand like what they're talking about, okay? So then Jeffree went on the post on Twitter. He said, weeks after being at my house, Thomas, I'm a effing liar Halbert, uploads a video using my blood sugar palette. But I made him so uncomfortable, right? So uncomfortable, you want to share my products with millions of people watching. We love hypocrites. So what he's talking about is this photo that he posted. This is a photo of Thomas Halbert and Tati Westbrook doing a review. And this video was on Thomas's channel, said swapping makeup bags with Tati Westbrook. And so they're swapping makeup bags, then there's a blood sugar palette. So it must be Thomas's like swapping makeup that they like or something like that. So, and Jeffree Star did not stop there. No ma'am, it keeps going. He says, of course there's always more. In case you guys didn't know, I co-own a merch company called Killer Merch, where we print, ship, and create merch for YouTubers and celebrity clients. Thomas Beauty had a meeting at my office 2 weeks ago after meeting me at my house to discuss the merch. Thomas vented that he hated his current merch company and was in a horrible contract. I gave him real business advice and told him we could discuss him being a client. After the meeting was over, my team and I decided we didn't want to do business with him. So if you don't know, this is true. Like the part about Jeffree owning a company called Killer Merch, right? So in the Shane Dawson documentary, they talk about that Jeffree Star owns like a company where they ship off like YouTuber and celebrities like merch, right? So it's just like a warehouse fulfillment center, and I believe they also like fulfill orders and make t-shirts and designs and all that stuff like that. So then Jeffree also went on to say, also the same week, Thomas had a meeting with me about merch. He also wanted to plan filming 2 YouTube videos with me. I entertained the idea for a second until the Manny stuff in him betraying me came out. Here are his texts explaining him being a shitty person. Only did it make them scared of you to leave you alone. I should have asked first. I'm sorry. The fact that I vented how deeply he hurt me, and then for you to go and tell him information I told you, is truly disgusting and disturbing. I truly did it with good intent. I know I shouldn't have done it, and I should have told you it did. I was honestly so mad at him, and I wanted to make him scared as payback. I know you'll never trust me again, and I'm sorry for that. You have every right to be mad at me though. This was at the beginning of our friendship and didn't know you actually cared about a friendship with me. I felt so guilty about it after I acted on impulse. Again, I'm sorry. Hope you're following because it gets a little bit more deeper, girl. Here we go. It's been 2 months since I've talked or seen Thomas. He uploaded a video blatantly lying, saying he didn't have the guts to say my name. Said something racist in front of him, knowing it will stir and make a lot of people question me again because of the past. For anyone who hates drama and tea, this isn't tea and entertainment. This is my actual life, and I will never allow some punk to lie on my name and discredit me because he got rejected. Grow the F up. Thomas, you can't make me out to be something I'm not. No matter how miserable you are, you can't bring that misery onto me. After I rejected you wanting to film videos, and after I declined doing business with you, I'm the villain. Not today, sweetie. It's crazy how I'm just living my life and thriving, and every 2 months a new person has to come out of the woodwork and try to slander me. Work on yourself, baby. If these hoes spent the same amount of time they do on me as they did on their careers, they might have one. So it goes even more deeper, and it goes as follows. Here is hypocrisy at its finest. Listen to a glimpse of what I've been dealing with behind closed doors from Thomas. Imagine continuously trying to mention my ex-friends for personal gain. Disgusting.
And like, honestly, all I was doing was trying to gain his trust so I could come over and do like some evil shit that he does to everyone else, and like, just so he knows what the fuck it feels like. And I don't know. I know I was playing with fire, and I knew I ran my mouth too much, and like, you know, I did tell him that like I saw you and all that stuff, and like obviously that was none of his business, but I wanted him to feel like he could trust me so I could get in there, get information, and I can take that information, tell you that information. So, I don't know. In my mind, I was doing the right thing, but also I know that I was just being an idiot, and that's why I stopped, and I'm not talking to him anymore. But I also just know that, like, he's fucking awful, and I wish I could say so much. But I don't want to be put into it, and then Here for the Tea tries to bring me down because she is so far up his fucking ass. Like, I just don't know. Because, like, I don't know if I could bounce back from, like, I don't know. I'm just stressed the fuck out. This is not your stress. I'm sorry. I'm just rambling. I won't say anything. I just wanted to get your permission first. I just wanted to run it by you first so you're not, like, dumbfounded when I, like, sit up there and talk about any of that stuff. I want to sit there and do a live stream talking about the time that I went to your house and all that stuff. I don't know. Maybe I should just wait. I don't know.
Here we go, because it gets a little bit more deeper. Now you all know why I don't make new friends in the beauty community. Trisha Paytas responded, eating community where it's at. Girl, oh my gosh. All right, so here we go. Exactly. He tries to play all sides to see who will believe him. It's truly been disturbing to watch. So honestly, it's gotten really messy. It's gotten really dirty to the point where Jeffree Star has to, this is different. Because Jeffree Star rarely, I feel like he just rarely ever like, I feel like he brushes a lot of stuff out. Like, girl, bye, not bothered, or like, can't relate. So for him to actually step forward and talk about this, he must have really been upset about it. And I know that Jeffree Star is not somebody you want on your bad side, okay? And it's like, it just gets really messy. Like, I don't know what was to gain out of this, what was to prove, what this was on it to take somebody down or make somebody look bad. Like, I don't know. All I know is that if the state that Jeffree Star's been posting about his mental abuse or mental health or whatever, this is not something that I want to be a part of. And also to Thomas, like, how do you think he feels right now? You know, don't send anybody any hate or anything either way. I'm just reporting the news. Everything that I've shown you in this video was all public information that Jeffree Star put out on Twitter and he shared out himself. I'm just reporting the news, reporting the drama. My takeaway of the situation is I don't think that Jeffree Star is a racist. I don't believe it. I've been in the same room with him. He didn't use any NA or ER. We told a lot of jokes. We had a good time. It was like a real good kickback and kiki. And I'm actually glad I didn't film it, because if I would have filmed it, it probably would have been uncomfortable, because we really just got to just like know each other as people without the camera being on or whatever. His assistant, Maddie, is super nice and cool too. Like, she was there laid back. Like, it was just like a good time, you know? And I know I can only speak, you know, I know I get tons of hate on my YouTube channel, like, oh, you're biased and you're a Jeffree Star supporter, like, how dare you? And you're like, you know what? Like, I actually met the person, he was nice to me. That's all I can speak on is me. I'm not trying to take anybody down or anything like that. If Jeffree Star was a racist to me, I wouldn't associate myself with him. But like I said, I've met him. He seems like a nice, genuine guy. He probably is shady in the background, but I'm shady too. You know, I feel like everybody's a little bit shady and says stuff in the back. I don't think no one's perfect at all. And I just don't understand, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I don't understand the motive behind, like, why. Like, I just feel like if somebody were to take Jeffree Star down, I think that he still would thrive and be like a force to be reckoned with. I think he still would sell makeup. I think he still would have booming businesses. I think that he's like so far like into like celebrity atmosphere. It's kind of like, it just, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't see him like, I just don't get it. And even if I don't know. This is what, I'm not, you guys know, I really don't feel comfortable talking about politics, religion, and racism on this channel. It's really not my gig, but I just feel like I had to like make a video showing that Jeffree Star is defending himself. Again, I don't want anyone to feel alienated or vindictive or like I'm hating or anything like that, but I feel right now that Jeffree Star is in the right, and I don't think he's a racist. I feel like he has every right to stand up for himself, and I feel like he was backed into a corner. I feel like, because usually he doesn't do stuff like this, so I feel like he was ultimately backed into a corner to say something and come out in defense. And I think that I feel like anyone who is in that situation would do the same thing, you know? And I'm really interested to see how this plays out. I feel like Thomas Halbert can redeem himself. I feel like he can just make an apology video or say he was wrong, that he was young, or just trying to like please people, or maybe be a people pleaser or something, and maybe he's like woke up now and just doesn't want any drama. I feel like Thomas Halbert just wants to make beauty videos and make his coin and live his life and just be totally cool and happy with everyone who wants to be cool and happy with him. And I feel like maybe this situation kind of dampened it. But I always feel like, and I always say this about everybody, I guess because like, I get so much hate because I feel like I see the good in everybody, even when like they're really like, they really did like something really messed up and wrong. I feel like Thomas Halbert can turn this around, and he could be, get back on YouTube. I don't feel like his career's ended or I'll be over. I just feel like he made a mistake, and he can right his wrong and apologize, make a video. I think would be appropriate, and I think that Jeffree Star should really be more careful who he talks to and like that's in his house. But ultimately, the main takeaway is this even more proves that there's something that happened with Laura and Manny that nobody knows about still. It's been like almost a year and people don't know what happened. Hold on, I just got a text message right now. Let's see. That was a very interesting message. On that note, stay tuned for part 2, if there will be a part 2. We'll see how this drama continues. Please let me know what you think about it in the comments down below, anything like that, and we'll discuss it in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.